with Paiton and Evelyn.
Podcast. Somebody needs to put that together for me.
Can somebody do like a, you know what they need to create? You know how people create them sounds on Instagram and stuff, and you can do a voiceover?
Yeah.
They need to do that. Somebody create that for us.
Yes. Somebody make that for us.
Make that for us. Because I don't know how to do that.
Yes.
But somebody make it.
Make it. Jesus. That's what we need. Yeah, a lot of stuff we got to do in 2023.
Girl. Somebody make it for us. Anybody know how to do that? Just let us know.
DM me.
DM Paiton, because I'm not gonna know what to do with that information.
She's not gonna know what to do.
I'm not gonna know what to do with that information.
DM me.
But DM Paiton.
You can DM me on Instagram. Paiton123.
Let us know who can make that a sound on Instagram.
Who can make that a sound? We need to go viral. TikTok. Something. Jesus. It's always other people.
Always, but we not gonna get off topic. We not gonna do it. We not about to do it.
Okay, we're gonna stay on topic.
We're gonna stay on topic.
Okay, yes. So y'all, as y'all know,
Happy Black History Month.
Yes, it's Black History Month. So we gonna talk about it. We're gonna try to get into it. We said this was gonna be a very hard episode though, because there's been a lot happening. Just in general, like in the world in general. If you're watching the news, if you're aware, of stuff that's going on, it's very hard, sometimes to get away from the negative stuff. Like it's very difficult sometimes to, okay, let's be positive, let's be happy, let's only talk about the good stuff. We don't really have no bad stuff, no beef to talk about, but it's always like somebody fighting, somebody arguing, Krishan and Blueface, somebody got shot, this, that, this. Like it's always something.
Yep.
Like it's always something. And it's just like, when can we get a break? When can I get a break?
I don't know. I was just telling Paiton, I was like, let's try to film a positive episode about, Black History Month. Let's shine some light on some people that are actually, positive. They're bringing positivity. They're hardworking. They're making sure they do things for other Black people as well. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people feel like Black people, once they get famous, they forget about, other Black people. They don't really put them on to certain things. But there are a lot of people actually out there that are doing things for other Black people communities.
Yes.
And just trying to be a positive role model, right, for other Black people.
Yeah. So, y'all, we don't want to be messy today. We don't want this to be about like a kiki and all the craziness. Okay, so we're gonna try. Okay, to make this more serious episode, y'all.
And not even serious, but just uplifting.
More uplifting.
Right.
Okay, we're not going to talk about the negatives of these people. We're not going to be bashing, coming at them. We only going to talk right now about the good stuff, okay? We want to promote positivity within the Black community.
Yes.
Okay, it don't always have to be the drama and the beef and the yelling and the arguing and the cursing. It don't always have to be that. We don't always have to act like that. And honestly, it's a lot of us out here doing great things, not just celebrities, but it's a lot of us, regular people that are out here doing great things, whether it's, you're doing something in the healthcare system, or, you're becoming a Black nurse, or, you're becoming a Black doctor, or, if you're helping something even in the justice system by being a Black attorney, just anything that you go to do, just going to college in general. And helping your family to make a name for itself, that creates like a space of like generational wealth and all that stuff. Because a lot of Black people, sometimes don't get the opportunity to go to college because college is very expensive, y'all.
Yes.
It's a lot of money. I cannot lie about that. So I can understand why. Okay, it's a lot of work. So, shout out to the people, that do those things or have the opportunity to, or, they go against the grain and, they really push themselves to be in those spaces, people that are activists and they try to uplift or, they put themselves in dangerous situations, to help out the Black community, to sometimes be criticized or ostracized. So, I just want to make sure that we say, shout out even to just, not celebrities, but everybody that is making an impact, that wants to make a change, that wants to do better, just for themselves as a Black person, but also continuing, helping out, your fellow like Black people and peers, and the people that you know around you in your space and community as well.
And I will say that is a positive thing about social media, and especially TikTok, because you say TikTok is mostly regular people, not necessarily celebrities, but regular people that are showing their daily things they do on TikTok. And I will say, as Black people coming into owning their own things, their own businesses, entrepreneurship, you do see a lot of Black people promoting, ways to help people create their own business, ways to help people be creative, and think of different ways to make some sort of like name for themselves, just to find ways to make different ways of income, just to build wealth, right? So you do see a lot of that, I will say, on social media. Not just, I know we always talk about the negatives of like social media, but there are some positives to it as well. And for me, I definitely see a lot of that, because I follow a lot of Black small business pages, because that's just something I love. I love promoting and just helping out small businesses. So I myself try to buy as much as I can from Black owned small businesses. Even for my daily things I do, sometimes you can't always do that, right? Because you got to make a quick stop at Walmart, because you can't always online shop all day long. Like, that's, who got time for that? But I mean, I try to as best as I can, and since I do those things, a lot of content I get filtered to me, is I see a lot of Black entrepreneurs, just promoting themselves and helping people find different avenues to, be creative for themselves as well, and kind of see things from a different light, and try to rethink, certain things in their purpose in life. Maybe you don't always have to work a 9 to 5, but I was able to change my life around, and I said, you know what? I see a skill I have, or I see that it's a hobby that I like, but I can turn that into something good. I can turn that into something positive and build wealth for myself, but also help other people build wealth as well. So I think that's a positive too.
Yeah. And that's why we want to have this episode, because we want to just kind of highlight just like a couple people, because we are always like highlighting celebrities on here, but it's always like messy celebrity situations. So we want to do the opposite and highlight the positive, like celebrities that we know of, that kind of try to like stay away. Of course, nobody's perfect, right? That's not a thing. Everybody's always going to have their, situations, things they go through. But we want to highlight, certain people that, maybe we find to be influential, or, that we like, or, they're not, as y'all say, problematic. So these are probably,
or they could have had problematic moments, but I feel like
they could have like changed them. Or,
that doesn't really overwrite that some people can still do good and still fall, fall off and do things that aren't necessarily what in our eyes we see is something positive. But you can have people that can still do good and not be perfect.
Yes,
right?
So you don't always have to hate on people and bash people and stuff, because I think, people are trying their best, especially like celebrities and celebrity eye, because that can be a lot of pressure. And I'm sure it's also a lot of pressure too, being a Black celebrity, on top of that, because like I'm not just celebrity, I'm also a Black celebrity on top of all that. So the pressure is like really on you all the time to probably have a certain way, a certain look, a certain act, and represent and present yourself, in a certain type of way, to the people, and, to all people, honestly, but even to your own culture, because you'll have your own culture probably pressuring you and saying, oh, you should act like this for the culture, you need to be with us. And then, you'll have other people saying, oh, you should act like this so that you can be all inclusive, and, you can invite other people into your community to really be your fan and follow you. So I'm sure it's a lot of pressure, just in general, like being a Black celebrity, which is probably not talked about and discussed a lot, is like the pressure of that, because there are so many like Black celebrities, like just having I mean, just look at the NBA players alone. Like, let's not lie, most of them are black. They're blackity black. So I'm sure that's a lot of pressure, just being like an NBA player, knowing that most of y'all are black, so y'all are the ones that's getting picked out. And from day one you have to act a certain way or be a certain way, but maybe you grow up in a whole different condition, so it's like always having to deal with these dynamics as a black person of, how do I present myself? What's the best way to present myself? How do I also still at the same time be myself and, not change for other people? So, we're just going to kind of bring up, some of those people that we feel like kind of have held true to themselves as much as possible since the time that they have, like, shown themselves, to us in the limelight, and, how they've made, like, an impact in, like, different people's lives. And I can say that one of the ones for me would definitely be Zendaya. And if y'all don't know, Zendaya is biracial. But even though she is biracial, she herself has claimed herself to be a black woman. And she's, said that multiple times. And for that, I can respect her, because I think that the way that she holds herself in the world is in a way that she's not really, like, offending people. And I like that about her. I like how low-key she is. I like that she is not the type of person to, want to battle with people and be messy and stuff like that. I like that she holds herself to a higher level where she likes to stay classy. But then there's also, like, a part about her that makes her very, like, authentic. Like, I remember especially, like, when you would grow up and you watch her on Shake It Up, you were like, oh, wow, like, there's this, like, cool black girl on here that can dance, and, like, she looks so cool, like, I want to dance like her. And, when she had made all that music and stuff, and when she was originally on social media, like, you were like, wow, like, this person seems really genuine, like, they seem really real, authentic, especially when she first came out, because she wasn't, like, dressing in, like, oh, I'm wearing Gucci, or I have Louis, or I'm doing, like, she didn't act like she was, like, some popular celebrity kid that didn't want nothing to do with nobody, or, oh, she ain't got time for that. She got a bad attitude. She acting a certain way, because some Disney kids, respectfully, they grow up terrible. Like, they grow up terrible.
They become a mess. I'm sorry.
I can just say that we have honestly, like, we haven't really heard nothing on her to where, like, she allowed Disney to ruin her life, or she got into bad things or bad situations, or something overwhelmed her or changed her personality. So I appreciate her and commend her for, throughout her life being able to, like, evolve and grow as a woman, but she also did it, like, in this, like, classy way, that represented who she is, like, as a biracial person, but also, like, made black people look good. She's won all these, like, Oscar, like, or Emmy Award. I can't remember which one, but she's done, like, all these.
So many Academy.
She's won all these amazing things, and you felt proud for her when that happened. You're like, oh my gosh, like, I am rooting for you, and I feel like she just, like, really, I don't know, it's like the way that she carries herself. Like, I just really appreciate it.
I think one thing I like about Zendaya is that she maintained her innocence for so long. Like, when she finally got older, it was like, how old is she again? Oh wow, you know what I'm saying? She carried herself with so much maturity, even at a young age. That as she got older, it didn't really seem
it
like,
wasn't, like, surprising.
Yeah, it was
like
a drastic
like
change.
When Miley Cyrus went from Hannah Montana,
yeah,
she
to
did,
like
Wrecking Ball and was pregnant. Like,
that was too. But I feel like, and even through all of her Disney days, she still maintained, like, a type of innocence. Even as a child on, like, TV and stuff like that, because one thing that we all know is that there is over-sexualization of black women and black children, right? Especially young girls. So for her to be able to maintain some level of innocence as her growing up, and even through the transition of her going into, like, her teenage years into, like, a grown woman, she still was able to keep some type of, like, dignity for herself, and didn't or was not forced to go into, you know what I'm saying, a major transition to have to prove she's older now, right? Because a lot of people have to prove they're older, so they have to portray themselves in a certain way, and not to. We say we're gonna be positive, but not to bash, but like Chloe, what's her name? Chloe Bailey, for instance. She started out in the industry very young, but a lot of people that get into the music industry, when they start out young and get older, they feel the need to prove that they are, you know what I'm saying, more mature now, more older now, so they have to over sexualize everything.
I definitely agree. Shout out to Zendaya. Girl, I remember when I went downtown, stood in that long line to see you, girl, and we didn't even get to meet you in person. We only saw you in that car, but that was good enough.
When she stood on top of that car.
But girl, I was still happy because
I still got that Snapchat video.
I got that video, girl. Hey, so shout out to you, girl.
I still got that video,
girl. Yes, Zendaya was one of my favorites. But we're gonna bring up one of the men now. And, you know, y'all may feel how y'all feel about him, but, you know, we didn't come to talk trash on Mr. Perry today. Mr. Tyler Perry.
Put some respect on Tyler Perry's name.
Have y'all seen that Atlanta production studio? The acres, the land. Oh, y'all cannot deny that.
The opportunity?
Y'all cannot deny. How many shows do this man have on TV?
Every time I see a show come out, what it say? Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry. I don't care. Everybody want to say something about him, about the shows he put out, how it was toxic. Listen, he only putting out what he know, right? He only putting out what he know.
And honestly, there's been toxic stuff out here for years, and nobody was complaining when it was Harvey Weinstein or when it was, you know, all these other ones that do bad things. Like, nobody was complaining about them. I didn't hear nothing about them. But y'all want to talk about Tyler Perry. We're not going to do that, okay? We came today to say that he really did his thing. And I also watched an interview with him on, I think it was on Peacock, because Kevin Hart has that little interview thing that he does called Heart to Heart or something. He interviews people, and he was interviewing Tyler Perry, and just, like, hearing Tyler Perry's story of, like, how he literally just, you know, started out from basically nothing. And was like, I'm going to push my plays. I'm going to keep pushing them. And nobody believed in my plays. Nobody thought my plays were going to be anything. And, you know, all of a sudden, like, these plays just blew up. Like, the people were not believing it, but I did it all on my own, and it blew up. And then they were shocked and surprised. And just him saying, you know, those dynamics with different movie studios and how they didn't believe, oh, Medea's going to get a second movie. And, you know, they didn't believe originally that, you know, Medea's going to get a third movie. Like, they didn't believe all these things. They didn't foresee all these things for him and how he can, you know, turn this into a TV show and make this into that and make that, you know, when he was explaining it to these people in the boardroom, because these people don't look like him, so they're not understanding, like, his vision, what he's making for the culture. They don't get it because it's not their culture. It's not their life. So they're not understanding. And that's why he said, you know, he was so proud to be able to make a space, you know, for Black people to be able to create and feel welcome and feel comfortable to, like, build and create in his space, so that you don't have to feel outed or, you know, ostracized or whatever because, oh, no one's hearing, like, my vision or seeing where I'm going with this, or nobody wants to back me up, you know, and support me for the things that I have going on. And also, shout out to him because he housed Meghan Markle and Prince Harry when all that drama was going on.
It's the fact I didn't even know he knew them people. That's the one thing about Tyler Perry that gets me, is how many people he knows and how much people, like, are influenced by him that you don't even realize. I didn't even know he knew them for real.
It's like crazy because Meghan Markle didn't even know that he knew her. That's what she said. She said that he just randomly had called her one day, and she was like,
my thing is, how he get her number?
I've never talked to him before in my life.
How he get her number?
And she was like, this man is calling me. I've never talked to him before. I've never met him before. She said she literally had only met him when, like, he gave them that place to live, and she was like, this is one of, like, my idols that I looked up to as a child. She was like, this is crazy. I don't know how he's reaching out to us, but shout out
that's
to Tyler
how
Perry.
Influential he is. He just can say, I want to call it. He just called people up.
He just got the number, okay?
He just called people
He probably didn't even have to do much. He got it like that. Like, y'all cannot
I don't know. I feel like I've
Perry.
always liked Tyler Perry. I've never not liked him.
Yeah.
And I feel like people feel like, oh, we're oversaturated with Tyler Perry. He everywhere. We all, every time you look around, it's always Medea's. Tyler Perry is everywhere. I feel like I've never gotten tired of Tyler Perry, and I've always seen him as somebody that, I don't know, is a motivator. Like, I feel like if anybody that knows his story and knows where he's come from, knows that he has struggled a lot, and he's had to, you know what I'm saying, bring himself out of a lot of dark times. Yeah. And for him to be as positive as he is, and especially being a black man, you know what I'm saying, in the type of industry he's in, I don't know, he's always just been seen as, for me, as somebody that could literally make you feel like you can do anything. Yeah. Because even though it seems like things are coming easy for him now, it wasn't always like that. He had to, you know what I'm saying, fight for a lot of things he has now. So I think it really shows you that he, at the end of the day, is just a human being, right? He's gone through all these things. He still, to this day, being as popular and as, I would say, he's a very powerful person in this industry. I feel like he still has things he has to battle with. Him getting a studio was not something easy for him to do. Yeah. He said even before he got the studio, he had to battle with certain things, trying to get films, you know what I'm saying, produced, his own films produced, trying to, even certain people he wants to see on TV. That's not something he just could do. He had to fight to get these people, these types of roles, black people specifically, these types of roles. And he made this studio specifically so he wouldn't have to go to somebody and be like, can I do this? He can do it all himself. Yeah. And to me, that's the most influential thing that anybody can ever do.
Yeah. So, yeah, those two people are probably, like, the most influential for us, like the top two, I would say, for both of us, the men and women. But it's literally so many influential people, y'all. We just can't bring up all of them and talk about all of them. And I don't want to say that these other ones that I'm about to say are like honorable mention or anything, because they're all so amazing. But I think the other two we could just probably talk about all day long. Honestly. Because that's how much we view those two. Yeah. But these other ones are also like up there and amazing, and they've done great things. They've done like so many amazing things to make the black community like look good or support or help or like, you know, whatever they could do or like making a difference or just their impact and like changing the dynamics. So the first person, of course, is Michelle Obama. Y'all know we do not play about Michelle Obama. She even got a song, Michelle Obama, okay? Y'all not finna play with her. She even have a song, so we not about to play with her like she's not that girl. I know y'all know she is that girl. She gonna be that girl. She gonna stay that girl. She been classy. She will not play with y'all. She tell y'all the truth, okay? And she was the first black lady. So we're not going to even play with her, okay? We can get back to her after that, though, because the next person is the Serena Williams. Okay, and I bring up Serena Williams because Serena Williams was personally my favorite, but we cannot forget about Venus either, because they had them out there like they was twins. When I was younger, I thought they was twins. Baby, they ain't twins. They just sisters. Okay?
I thought they was twins too.
But Venus and Serena, they used to kill the game. I don't know if y'all watched the movie about them or whatever. I don't know how much y'all supported them or how much y'all was really into them. And I tell y'all, I used to watch Serena all day long. Serena was my favorite child. I did not play about Serena. Serena was the reason that I want to play tennis in the first place, because I loved her so much. I still love her. I love, you know, what she does. And I think for her daughter, she even like created like a book now about a little like black girl. So I think that's a beautiful thing. And they have like the doll and everything out now that they're trying to create. So like even that, like her still keeping like that black representation there in her daughter's life and stuff like that, you know, like you can just tell that she, you know, she really wants to make sure that she's like doing the right things. She's always been a classy woman. Like, even when she was, like, out here, you know, she was even dating some of y'all favorite celebrities. She was dating Common, she was dating Drake, all that. And she stayed classy, y'all. Okay, your girl stayed classy.
Even with Drake.
And Drake wrote songs about her, okay?
Yes.
She in them songs, baby. So you know she popping. If she in the songs, you know your girl is popping. So shout out to Serena, because she is still that girl once again, okay? Keep writing them songs about my girl. Keep writing them songs about my girl, because I know she that girl. But the other, well, this is kind of like a group of people, because I wanted to bring up one, but then they kind of come all together.
Yeah, it's a package deal.
The whole Wayans family, because obviously, like, Marlon Wayans is like the top one that we know, and we know Sean, and you know all of them. But they all do an amazing job. Like, you cannot, like, when you hear the Wayans name, like, that's crazy that your whole family, like, your whole entire family was in acting and comedy and has done movies and TV shows and My Wife and Kids, and you know, like, it's crazy to get all of that talent.
They've made literally their last name a brand, not even individually.
No, together.
It's literally the last name is a brand. That's crazy.
It's crazy. And I feel like you really don't see that for real. Like, no one else has actually done that. Like, yes, the Kardashians is a name, but their name as social media and influencing. The Wayans is an actual, like, name from, like, hard work, acting, comedy. Like, they put in the blood, sweat, and tears. So that's why I say shout out to the whole entire Wayans family, because the way y'all parents raised y'all, I don't know what they dropped in y'all milk, dropped in y'all water. The talent is crazy. And then even some of the kids, like, you see them on Netflix shows or like Netflix movies, because I watch a couple stuff like that. Shout out to y'all. I
just the whole family.
Shout out to all y'all, okay?
Just the Wayans in general. Just all Wayans. Y'all. Just the Wayans.
Shout out to all
Not
y'all.
even the Wayans, bro. Just the Wayans.
The Wayans. Because even the sister was doing amazing stuff, okay? Shout out to all y'all. And then the last name that we want to say, and this can be up to y'all discretion, but I just want to say Eric Bellinger. Shout out to Eric Bellinger, okay, who be making all the hits go crazy. Y'all, I've been listening to Eric Bellinger since, like, literally forever. Probably since, like, I think the end of middle school, because when SoundCloud was a thing, I stayed on that SoundCloud, y'all, and I can't remember when, but one day I ran across this man. I said, hold up now, cause this a hit. It's a hit out here, and I can tell y'all the song that y'all should go look up, okay? It's only on SoundCloud. You're not gonna find this on no Apple Music and stuff, okay? Because this is how much I love Eric Bellinger, that I know all the old music, okay? Don't play with her. Go look up the song. It's called Netflix and Chill. That's for y'all for the Valentine's Day too, okay? Okay, y'all can play Netflix and Chill by Eric Bellinger. If you know that song, then you probably been listening to him for a very long time, just like me. And he's not just an artist. He writes music too. He writes for all y'all favorites.
He probably, if not the top, is one of my favorite artists, hands down. Like, I don't listen to somebody as much as I listen to him.
Nobody's playing with him.
Nobody tops him. Just his talent is crazy, but it's just the fact that his work ethic is insane.
It's impeccable.
The amount of songs this man puts out, and every single song hits.
He's so consistent.
Every single song hits.
So consistent.
He can put out, the fact this man can put out a EP, right? He can call it an EP, but it's like 26, 27 songs. Who does that? Who does that? That's not an EP. That's more than an album at this point. Like, that's crazy. But he's the type, he can literally put out an album of music. That man will never have more than, or any less than 15, 20 songs on that thing. And every single song hits. I'm telling you, that man is so talented. And like you said, the amount of people that don't know that lyrically,
he writes all y'all favorite people's songs. Let's be honest. Please go look up
that hit Chris Brown song you like so much.
Please.
That man wrote that. I'm telling you.
Them Usher songs that you love so much, that man wrote them Usher songs. Let's not play.
The amount of work ethic he has is insane. It's insane. And you could tell he loves what he does.
Yeah.
You can tell he loves what he does.
He's not just in it just for play or for show. Like, you can tell, like, no, this is my life. I live and breathe and, like, eat this moment.
Yes.
Like,
matter of fact, before I came here to record, I was just listening to him. He just dropped a song. I was listening before I came here.
Yes. Shout out to Eric Bellinger. He's
Shout
also
out to him.
married to Megan Good's sister. And they've been together for a while too.
Oh wow!
Shout out to their relationship, because if y'all know that one album that he had out when he wrote First Lady, I think First Lady was about her, and that was like the sweetest song. So shout out to them too.
Shout out relationship. To them. Yeah, they so in love. It's cute. Black love. You know what I'm saying? Black love.
But yes, these were all of the people that we wanted to talk about for today, at least. Like we said, there's a lot of them that can be talked about. You know, you can talk about a bunch of influences, but these are kind of the ones that we like agreed on. We felt like, you know, all of these people we feel are influential, you know, to us in some way, or even, you know, to y'all out there, of how you've seen how they've grown and progressed throughout their career. And I think, you know, the way that all these people have been able to carry themselves, they've been able to do it in a classy, like, good way, in the best way possible, you know, dealing with and going through different situations. So shout out to all of them. We appreciate y'all for listening to this episode. It is Black History Month. Get excited about that.
Yes.
Be happy. Make sure that you go out there and you make a change, or you do something, or just please do something for Black History Month. Okay, we can't forget that this month exists.
Do something positive.
This month was made to celebrate us. Like, we fought for a long time to have this month, so please go out there and do something, make a change. You know, whether it's a change just for yourself or in your family, your community, social media, whatever. But please do something, raise awareness, continue to speak positivity within the Black community. Shout out to all the Black podcasts. Some of y'all good, some of y'all bad. But shout out to all the Black podcasts. A lot of y'all bad. Like us, that are doing the good work, and we just trying to help the people out.
Yes. And listening is available on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and YouTube. Don't forget to leave a positive review, subscribe, and follow.
For more content, follow us on Instagram at Champagne Chanel Pod. We appreciate the support. Catch you in our next episode. Bye.